Marker! 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 Marker, do you want to wake up? I just got home from AAW Crush and Destroy. And woo-wee! It was a banger. And just like we said, the ring broke. Do you want to come?
Sure.
Yeah? All right, come on, let's go to the moon base. So it all started with Davey Vega and Hortonbauer. And whatever Hortonbauer's guy's name is, but he's a good dude, I don't know what his name is, versus Gary J. And Gary J, I believe, is new to AAW. But he got a huge pop. Davey Vega is such a heel in AAW, and boy, does the crowd love to give him heat. I last saw Gary J at a battle royal at Logan Square Auditorium. What I really like about Gary J is that he's quick, and he's fast, and he's got a good agility. But Davey Vega beat him. I expect he'll be back, though, because he got really good love from the crowd, as anyone that wrestles Davey Vega would. This was a pretty good match. And then Davey Vega took the mic and was calling out the Heritage Champion again. But that's when Bon Jovi hit. I'm a cowboy, on a steel horse I ride. And out came Manders.
The cowboy?
Yes, son, the cowboy. And every time I see Manders, man, does he become more compelling.
Compelling?
Yes, compelling. And this was a setup for an impromptu match between Manders and Hortonbauer. And boy, did they beat the hell out of each other. They beat each other in the ring. They beat each other outside of the ring. Manders threw Hortonbauer into chairs and kendo sticks. And then Manders took out Hortonbauer's dude, whose name I really don't remember. But this was one of those perfect setups because it was good versus bad, cowboy versus bad guy. Loved it. And then eventually Manders got the 1-2-3 for the pin. But he wasn't done for the night. But I'll come back to that. Then, next came out the Milwaukee Queen, Sierra, versus the Devil's favorite princess, Heather Reckless. And just like we thought, it was a hard-hitting, fast-moving affair. A very, very good wrestling match. Lots of back and forths and tons of pin spots. But in the end, Heather Reckless got the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment. The surprise roll-up for the 1-2-3. And then she bolted out of the ring, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again?
Never. Until you saw the promos later and she was in the stair. Then, son, out came your least favorite wrestler, Corral.
Oh, no.
Yes, son. The one who wouldn't slap your hand. But then came your hero, Fred Yehi.
Yeah!
And after a really fantastic wrestling match of lots of hard slaps and lots of back and forth, Fred got Corral to tap. But Fred wasn't done, son. Oh, no, no, no. Then Fred got on the mic, and he called out Manders. And that was the setup. The two of them will be wrestling at AAW Independence on July 15th on Fight TV. Not sponsored. In a number one contenders match. And the winner of that match will go on to wrestle Matt Fitchett, the champion, later that night.
The gunslinger?
The gunslinger. Are you too tired?
No, no,
Should we
No.
stop here?
no! What was this?
Okay, well, Marker. Next was the always reliable Silas Young versus Brodie Lee. This was a fun match, but it took a long time to get Brodie Lee over with the fans.
Really?
Really. It did happen just like you predicted, but I wasn't sure at some points. At some point, Silas Young grabbed the mic, and Brodie Lee tried to go tit for tat on the mic, and the crowd did not buy it. But they pursued on, and after a whole bunch of hard-hitting, high-flying wrestling, they got a "This is awesome" chant. And
This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome!
in the end, just like you predicted, Silas Young got the pin, but Brodie Lee was left standing in the ring with all of the cheers, and the crowd couldn't get enough of him. Good job, kid. Whoop, 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 whoop. Up next was the tag champs, Ace Perry and Hammerstone versus Dante Leon and Shane Hollister, an AAW legend. Spoiler, champs won.
Dad!
I'm sorry. Ace Perry is a really good wrestler, and every time I see him, he seems to be getting better, and I think something to do with Hammerstone, because the two of them actually have some amazing chemistry that I never expected. And I've only ever seen Dante Leon on the losing side when he lost with Jake something the titles to Ace Perry and Hammerstone. So I've actually never seen Dante Leon win. And Shane Hollister is a banner on the wall Hall of Famer in AAW. So it was a really good match like we predicted, but in the end, I really feel like we're going to get, maybe even at the July 15th pay-per-view, ACH and Josh C versus the tag champs, which I'm super excited about, and we'll talk about in our preview video. Speaking of ACH, next up, it was Josh Alexander, the Walking Weapon, versus ACH. This was, like we said, a show stealer. All the back and forths, all the high flying, all the hitting, all the slapping. But in the end, ACH came up on the short end. Hey! Next up, it was the Swag Champ doing what the Swag Champ does. He did wrestle two people, and he won twice. Son, it was house fight time! It was Ross Jones versus Shaft. And the ring didn't explode during this one. That's why I'm still here.
Really?
Yeah, this one had so much fighting outside the ring. And at some point, Shaft's head hit the barricade and he got busted open. And I'm pretty sure he probably needed stitches. But in the end, Russ's old manager again came out and screwed him. He threw Shaft some brass knucks. Shaft hit Russ with the brass knucks and got the 1, 2, 3. And it was a really good match too.
Shaft, we hope you're okay.
Shaft, we're hoping you're okay.
Where's the beef?
I'm happy you asked. Because Beef was next. It was Beef versus Michael Bennett. Beef is way over with the AAW crowd. Like, over. Like, over. Like, over. Lots and lots of overs. And Michael Bennett was great, but I don't think he ever had a chance, especially with the crowd. Eventually, Beef got him into the bottom ropes, hit his Beef splash, destroyed the ring, broke the ropes, then got him in the middle of the ring, hit this amazing Bam Bam Bigelow style body splash for the 1, 2, 3. Beef now has a win in AAW, and man, do I love Beef.
But aren't you vegan?
Finally, it was time for the main event. I am pretty sure that this was a cash-in for Matt Fitchett's chiropractor, because he got beat up. Then he got beat up again. Then he got beat up again. Then he got beat up again. Then he got hit with a trash can. Then he got beat up some more. Then he asked to get beat up some more. And then he beat up Ace and got the 1, 2, 3. And man, it was great. And that brings us to the end of another fantastic pay-per-view. And all was right in the indie pro wrestling multiverse.
Wow.
It's time for bed, son. So Marker, you go off to bed. And you all, thank you for watching. Please follow us on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and here on the YouTubes. And to all, please have a good night. Thanks for watching. Peace.